Hey y'all. So today we're going to be getting into what we've been up to with our wedding and getting that process going post-engagement. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty y'all, so we wanted to give you all a little bit of an update because we feel like we updated you all obviously with the engagement and stuff, but it's like, where do you start now? So we're planning on vlogging and discussing like the whole wedding planning process with you guys. So yeah, we want to get into that today and talk a little bit about what we've done and what we're planning to do. So yeah. So as you all know, we got engaged. It was actually a month ago this past Sunday. And so we're not super in depth with the wedding planning process yet. Or maybe that's not obvious, but that's where we're at. We're not super in depth with it, but we're starting to get into it a little bit. So we want to talk to y'all about like where we're at with that. And to start off, something we both were pretty set on is getting married in the fall once I get out of school. So we started off by trying to figure out like what time of year would work best for us. And even before we got engaged, we were trying to figure out like when would be a good time to get married and get engaged and do all the things. And so because I'm in school, it throws everything off a little bit. And maybe not for most people, but for me, like my main priority right now is school because I have worked so hard to get to the point that I'm at. And so that's kind of taken the driver's seat for the next few years. But also, wedding planning has been a good way for me to like decompress from school too. And that sounds so like cheesy, but if I start to get overwhelmed with like studying or doing homework or whatever the case is, like, okay, let me like look at things that I like on Pinterest, or like let me research some stuff for wedding stuff. So it's been a lot of fun so far. We're still kind of like marinating obviously in that engagement feeling, but we narrowed it down by trying to figure out like when we wanted to get engaged and married. And so Jacob is like super sensitive to heat. Like it can be 50 degrees outside. He's like, I'm sweating. So we knew summer was not for us. And I freeze to death in the winter. So I was like, okay, well, winter's not an option. And two, like just based off of our personal preference, there's already so much going on in the winter for us. Like my birthday, then Valentine's Day and Christmas and all the things. It's already a very busy time, and we just don't want it to be a super, like overshadow or overwhelming season, because it already is kind of. So we wanted it to be like a time when there's nothing really else going on. And so that's when we came to September of 2026 is when we're hoping to get married. We also started dating in September 21st, 2018. That's when we started dating. And so September's already kind of our special time as it is. And we always said we would want to get married then just because of the significance of that month, but also the time of year. So yeah.
Yeah, works good.
Yeah. So that's the plan for now. So we're planning on September of 2026. But now we're in the process of, now that we know like around when we want to get married. So that's about 2.5 years from now. I mean, we're going to have a longer engagement than what we originally intended to. Like originally, I think we wanted to be engaged like a year, but we also didn't anticipate on me getting into school and how long I'd be in school and all these things. Like this is when we were in high school. We're like, oh yeah, we'll be engaged for a year. And you know, you don't think about all the other things when you're that young. And so,
and that'll get her through school. She'll be done by then.
Yes, I forgot to mention that, thank you. I'll be done with school. I'll finish in May of 2026, so it'll be a good period. With me being in school, even if we decided to get married while I was in school, like you really can't, I mean you can on breaks and stuff, but like for me, I want to be able to bask in that feeling and that season of life because you're never going to get it back. And so like a honeymoon, for instance, we would have to honeymoon on like one of my breaks or over a weekend, or we just have to wait till I get out of school. And I just feel like that's such a special time and it needs to be treasured as such. So I want to be able to like soak it in and not be like going on a long weekend but then Monday have a test, you know, like that's not how I want to enjoy it. And I'm sure Jacob doesn't want it to be like that either.
No.
And so yeah, and he'll obviously he'll be done with school this December, but yeah, he'll be progressing in that, so he'll be done with that and progressing in his career. So it's really me. I'm the issue, kind of, but not. I'm just kidding. I'm not an issue, but you know what I'm saying. My schooling has put a halt in our plans, so, which I'm so grateful for, obviously. Our next step plan is to find a venue that we like. I think our plan is to like nail down the big stuff before, just pretty much as soon as we can, just so we can get the big stuff done and then kind of narrow in our scope. Originally, like as soon as we got engaged, I was like, I don't want to start planning until summer, because of my schooling, which still is the case, obviously, because we're getting into final season and it's a very busy time. It's always a busy time of year, this time of year, but I was like, I need to focus on school 100%, not worry about anything else. But honestly, like I said earlier, it's become like a good way for me to like decompress and de-stress, because I enjoy this stuff. I love party planning. I love looking at all the things and getting ideas and stuff. It's just a good mental break for me. So that's what, it just kind of bumped its way up, and we've kind of we found a few places that we like, and we're probably going to start touring here soon just to see like what places offer what and what we like and what our taste is for our wedding, because honestly, we're open books. I mean, we're not going in with anything super specific. So yeah, we're just open, and so we're gonna try again to like just enjoy this season and do everything we can with that season and see all the things, because we're very open to everything, I feel like. So yeah, we started off by like figuring out our time of year and like month and stuff, and because it's so far out, we haven't run into an issue yet, like with availability with the venues we have been interested in, which has been a blessing, but it's also sort of difficult because it is so far out. Some places haven't even started booking for 2026, so that's an issue we've kind of run into, but it's nothing crazy. So time of year, we set a budget pretty much right away. Like for an overarching budget, we plan to go in and like do specific budgets for like food and photography. Like we want to do like an itemized kind of budget, but right now we're doing an overarching. How much do we want to spend in total? So that was the second thing we did, and now we're kind of looking at like venues and stuff. Like I really don't plan to start like dress shopping or anything for probably like another year. Honestly, I say that, but then who knows what'll happen. I might go tomorrow. I'm just kidding, I would never do that. But I intend on waiting about a year, because in my mind, there's no point in looking this far out, because new things can come out, my style could change, what I want could change. But once again, I'm a very open, I'm going in with an open mind, because everybody I've talked to says like you go in with like knowing what you want, but then you come out with the opposite of what you think you'll like. And so I'm just really open to anything. I mean, I have things that I like more than others, obviously, but I'm open to anything. I think it's a good thing and a curse at the same time, because when you're open to so many things, then you have to make decisions. But when you're indecisive like we are, it's interesting. I'm going to show you all some things that have already started to really help me in the process so far, like staying organized and keeping my thoughts together and all that kind of stuff. This is the first thing. So this was a planner that Jacob's mom so graciously got me, and it has Allie and Jacob with our engagement photo on the front, and then it has our photo on the back. So sweet and so precious to me. And this is an Erin Condren planner for any of you all planner girlies like me. So this is an Erin Condren planner, but on the inside it has like the months are blank right now, but I've got to go in and fill it out because it's an 18-month planner, correct?
And it's undated.
And it's undated. So it's a blank 18-month planner. Sorry, I got tongue tied. So I won't fill it in until about a year and a half from now. Well, really about a year from now, because that'll put us at about a year and a half. That's a crazy thing though. So about this time next year, I'll probably start filling in like the months and stuff. But the one thing I love about this planner is, well, one, it has these cute little charts throughout it. So it says like planning goals, important dates and deadlines, how we're having fun, my to-dos, my partner's to-dos, so it breaks it down. But also in the back, it's my favorite thing. I think Jacob's favorite thing about it too, honestly,
Really cool.
is they have a like super broken down version of like everything you need literally for your wedding. So like this is one of the first couple pages. It says like my mood board, and so it has like wedding colors, styles and themes, most important wedding must-haves, and then it has like my special day. So it has like the venue for the ceremony, reception, start times. I mean, it has you organized. But it goes on for literally a whole thing. It's like we have guest lists in here, seating arrangements, I mean all the things, potential vendors, setting the scene, florals and greenery, and it even has little helpful things here like what flowers are in season for what months and stuff. So super helpful. And yeah, I'm so excited. I've already started filling stuff out in here. Nothing crazy, but just ideas of like potential people we might want to use and like potential guest lists. And then it has like this dotted paper for gridding in the back. And it has a bunch of blank paper for you to jot notes and stuff down. So yeah, this has been super helpful so far, and it's going to be interesting to see its progression as we get further along in the process, because this thing's going to be full. And then lastly, oh my gosh, this matches my shirt.
That really does like blend in.
Oh my gosh, I know, that's why I was like, where's it at? Anyway, so Jacob, sweet and thoughtful Jacob, got me this book, and I'm going to show y'all what's on the inside. Not much yet, but he filled it up, which was very sweet. Jacob had the idea of us to do like an engagement scrapbook, and so he started us off. I plan to like, so I'm super into hand lettering and calligraphy and stuff, so I'm gonna decorate this, and y'all will see it, I'm sure,
it was left
again.
blank intentionally.
Yes, because he knows me, he knows I'll do something like that. But he filled, this is so sweet, he filled up our first page of this book with photos from our engagement. So I made us a book similar to this for what, like our 1 year? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's so sweet. We'll have to break that and show you guys one day. But
I have it on my bookcase.
yeah, I got it for Jacob for our 1 year, and I went through and I literally, I developed photos, and I wrote down like every significant moment of that first year and like photos to go with each. So like our first like hike, or I can't remember all the things, like a first date, the night he asked me out, our first hike, first picture together, like all the things. And it was in a book very similar to this.
Exact same one.
But his idea was to remake that for like our engagement, a book like that. I love it. That's so fun because I love scrapbooking and stuff, but I never have had the time to do it. Mm-hmm. And me and my sister actually were talking about recently like starting a scrapbook kind of club thing, because we're both so into that. Like we both want to get into that. And so this can be the first scrapbook of the scrapbook club.
That's right.
I love it. But yeah, so the plan is probably for this one, I'll probably decorate this page and say like our engagement, you know, something fun. And then whenever we tour our first place, probably my goal, what I did for our anniversary book was I did pictures like on half the page, then I gave like a caption underneath. But this has a lot of pages, but we also have 2.5 years to work through. So I don't know if I'll do it like this.
If we did like a weekly update, like a page a week, it would almost be perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I'd probably be okay to do.
Because it's 110 sheets. So, you know,
That's a little,
it'd almost be.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I might keep it like this because I really like this format. Like a page, like photos.
That's how the one is.
Is that what I did with the other one?
This page is always blank.
Oh, I thought I did have like photos above and then below. Are you sure?
Yeah, because I got it down because I wanted to get the exact same book. That way we can have a collection with the exact same.
Well, never mind, guys. Scratch that. So that's probably what I'll do then. I'll probably put the photos and then like write a little blurb here. So yeah,
Alrighty, y'all. So thanks for watching this little update, and stay tuned because I guess from here on out we'll have a lot to do with the engagement and the wedding and stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Bye, y'all.